Hey guys, what's up? So here's the S2000 finally done after like almost 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, almost 3 weeks of stress and headaches and running around up and down getting parts, measuring parts, especially these bad boys, these the dump tubes. I had to get them custom made because they didn't come with the kit. Like I said before in my other videos, it's a PLM manifold. It came with the obviously the manifold and the downpipe. Right now it is not full exhaust. It's just open downpipe, I guess. It's not that loud, but on a cold start it's loud. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. I don't want to start it right now because you're probably not going to hear me when I'm talking and stuff because it's pretty loud, kind of. Anyways, intercooler piping. I went 3-inch all the way to the intercooler right here. I told you guys that my intercooler was going to be a little bit slanted to the right, and that's because of this. I don't know if you can see how to explain this. Well, the only way my piping is going to go is through here. There's no other way. I guess I could probably go maybe up there, but this was the easiest way I saw. And so in order for that to work, my intercooler had to be slanted this way so the piping can go through here. Because if I center the intercooler, where's my piping gonna go through? My radiator's in the way, my AC stuff is in the way, and in order for me to center the intercooler, I'll have to get a half-size radiator, probably put it right here so that my piping can go through here, and get rid of my AC, which I actually had to do it. So I guess that's one thing I could have got rid of, but I would have to, I still have to get a new radiator, new hose lines, and all that stuff, and that was gonna take even longer time, and I didn't feel like doing all that. So for now, we have it like this. It works. Clearance on the intercooler. Right now it looks pretty bad, but that's because of my lot. It's kind of like, it's not holes, but it's uneven. It's uneven, and so it looks like it's really close to the ground, but it's not. On flat ground, it is. I measured it, and it is 5 inches. No, 4 inches and a half. And I measured the frame, which is 5 inches off the floor. And S2000s are pretty low, so 4 inches off the ground, the intercooler. I don't think that's bad. This side piping, it is 2.5. Why did I do that? Because my turbo is not huge outlet, so it's 2.5. So I kept it the same size. 2.5 down, 2.5 into here. A coupler that goes from 2.5 to 3. I would rather keep things like piping size. I would prefer go from small to big instead of big to small, because if you go from big to small, you cause turbulence and then airflow. Speaking airflow wise, that's bad. You don't want that. And same thing why I did it over here. I do have a 70 mil throttle body. I used a B series throttle body. It does fit perfect on the S2000 manifold. It's a skunk tube throttle body, so that it goes 3-inch all the way into the manifold. It's probably the most important part you want, is you don't want turbulence right here. A lot of people will put like a huge 70 or 90 mil throttle body, but their manifold is 60. Like, what's the point of that? You're going from a big hole to a small hole, and the only thing you're doing is you're going to cause turbulence, and you don't want that. Okay, so the turbo, 62 precision. I said that before. Wastegates, 2 tile wastegates. It's a twin scroll manifold. Tile blow valve. Sounds pretty decent. I don't really care about the sound. I care more about performance, which you could probably tell because the car is not perfect. It's a little bit dirty, but I don't, not like a perfect guy where, like oh, there's salt on the ground, I'm not gonna drive my car, or oh, it's raining, I'm not gonna drive my car. I want to enjoy my car as much as I can, but I also don't abuse the shit out of it because I don't want to break it. So I try to do things right to the point where I'm not gonna damage the motor. Fuel wise, I have 1000 IDs, and pump I have a 255 Walbro. I was in the beginning I was gonna go with E85, but thinking about stressing my fuel pump all the time and probably maxing out my injectors is probably not a great idea. And for now, I like the power that it makes, so we did go on pump gas. And I mean, the only thing I don't like about the prices for 93 octane, they are pretty expensive right now. I mean, I guess compared to me, because I used to have the car in E85 when it was dual motor, which we actually made 216. And comparing a price from $1.70, I think, to 316, that's a huge loop. I was filling up a tank with like 20 bucks. Now I'm filling up a tank with like almost 40, and that kind of hurts me. But for now, we're gonna keep it like that until I upgrade the fuel pump. There's my exhaust that I don't even use right now. It's a HKS exhaust. Sounds pretty nice. Probably in the summer I'm gonna do full exhaust. Tires, they're the stock tires actually, which is what, 255 I think. 245. 245, the OEM tires that come with the car. What else? The fuse box. I don't know if I said about the fuse box already, but I had to. Somebody asked me about the fuse box. You see that right there? I had to put tape on it, and I did trim a little bit right here in the corner, just to make sure it would not touch the manifold. I don't want to melt my fuse box like my other friend did. He's got an s2000 too, and I think I saw on Snapchat the other day that he melted his fuse box. Kind of, not the whole thing, but luckily it didn't catch on fire, and I don't want to go through that. The hardest thing about this was my wiring harness. That was the most thing that I was worried about. See that right there, that shiny taped thing? Yeah, that. It's really, really like, I mean, touching the manifold close. So I wrapped it like 5 times. Right there, I don't know if you can see it. I used a bolt right there. I used a bolt that kind of sticks out a little bit and holds the harness a little bit lower so that it doesn't move up and it doesn't touch the manifold. I think the only part that touches it is part of the wastegate, but it's pretty well taped and it doesn't seem like it's burning it, so hopefully that's fine. If anything catches on fire in this car, will probably be the harness and will probably mess up my ECU, and let's pray that does not happen. What else? Catch can wise, I have not done it yet. As you can see, I have the stock line is not connected. It looks like it, but it's not. And I have a fitting on here where the PVC goes. I took out the PVC, I put this fitting on there. Obviously this is a bigger breather than the stock PVC. It helps it out a lot because I actually did this a day after the dyno, because the day at the dyno we were actually, this thing was popping out like that from so much pressure in there, and I kind of didn't feel safe having it like that. I did not want to mess up my rings yet. It is a 64,000 mile car, so I did not want to mess it up yet. So yeah, I put that fitting on there, and it's got this. Hopefully that's enough. So I'm gonna have to do a catch can setup, which I'm probably gonna have it right here. Yeah, right here, or maybe right here. I haven't made up my mind yet. I mean, having it over here means I have to have longer lines. Having it over here would be probably cheaper. The lines will be closer. I don't know. We'll see about that. So far, I haven't had any problems with the car really, other than right now I'm having this This little problem where my voltage is dropping down. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my alternator or my battery, and that's causing my injectors to act goofy. But we're kind of working with it right now. It has gotten better, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to try and test the battery, test the alternator, buy a new battery, buy a new alternator. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do one of those to figure out what that is, because obviously that problem is not gonna help me out later on. Um, the cover, which obviously looks like it's working because it's got some leaves on there. Anyways, the cover, it's just like some mesh and a clamp, and that works. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna pay like $80 for the one that has a clamp that says turbo. I am not that worried about it, and obviously you can see it works, so that's gonna stay there. Yeah, well, if you guys have any questions, ask. Feel free to ask. If you guys are gonna turbo your car, your S2000, feel free to ask any questions, any problems you run through.